Where you going, Maddie?
It's actually quiet right there.
Oh, yeah? Is it raining?
It is raining though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's England, it's always raining. Well, it's download, it's always raining. So this was your first time playing download, wasn't it?
Our first time experiencing the entire download experience, and I've got to say, it did not let me down. It hasn't so far, so please, weather, stay okay. I don't need any more mud.
You've hardly seen mud until it's come up to the top of your wellies. It's not bad.
I know. I'm ready. Okay, on Sunday I will fully take a mud bath, but I'm not doing it until
If
Sunday.
you head over to the campsite, you'll see real mud.
Okay.
But it's been good so far.
That is about 6 inches deep, apparently.
Oh my
And
god.
there's people camping in that.
I can't believe it. I would just like curl up in a fetal position and just cry.
You know those things you see on the news, these all the third world refugee camps.
And that's download.
No, download's worse. It's rain coming down heavily now. But yeah, so you played on the third stage and you had a really good crowd, didn't you?
Yeah,
it was
I was
packed.
happy.
Yeah.
We were really excited about how packed it was.
That's it, because sometimes the tents, particularly early on, people haven't got out of bed yet. But no, it was a really good crowd.
What's really
They were
nice
ready.
It's nice to see that we have that many fans that know about us and seeing them come. Because I think there's also this we've been around enough that I think there's people that know about us but haven't
They're not
committed to see us yet. And this is the perfect time that they finally got to do it, and they did it. And I saw a lot of people I think just went, out of curiosity, I want to see this band, and it was great, man. I thought I was going to see 500 people, and it was like 3,000-4,000. I was like, this is great. I was really happy with it.
And the bit I noticed, it wasn't people just kind of standing there. They're people with they were the arms in the air, they're jumping up and down. They're really into the set.
Yeah, it was a good party. It was great.
Yeah,
She knows what she's doing. She knows how to create a party.
Oh yeah. Well, I think you always manage to get a crowd going, whether it's a small venue or a big one. So.
Thank you. Well, part of what it is to be a front woman in a band is to be the ringleader, right? To let those people in the audience feel free to let their expression go and feel free to jump around and yell and, do all the fun stuff we all want to do on a show. Crowd surf.
But it's always quite hard, particularly early on, because people aren't really warmed up. So you've got to work that much harder to get them really going, haven't you?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the day, that's the challenge, is people are coming in cold. They are waiting for that band to get them riled up, and you got to be that one. You got to step it up and show them what you want to do and tell them to put their hands together.
We want to be as interactive as possible. Like I believe, like in this day and age, the amount of bands and that stuff. If you're not seeing the right show, I don't want to see a band just perform the songs. I want to see the show, And I'd like to think that when Sky and I put this together, it was really one of these things that we're going to try and give people a show. Like every single day, it doesn't matter if we've had some really bad, great shows and really bad shows. We played some dead shows, and it doesn't matter what it is, you still give it that 100%, And I think that it pays off. We wouldn't have got here if we didn't have that attitude. No matter who's in front of us, we're going to rip their heads off and make sure that they walk away going, that was great. That was a good show. So.
And that's one of the ways I tend to judge how sort of professional a band is. They turn up, there's almost nobody there in the audience, but they still give 100%.
Sure.
Yes.
Rather than it's just like, can't be bothered.
It happens. You can see bands do that, and I think it's terrible, but we're not one of them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the shows I've seen, you've always had a good crowd.
Yeah, like it is. UK just keeps embracing more and more.
We're really lucky.
Yeah, and it's a great country to be embraced by because it's a beautiful country. We have amazing history, amazing architecture, good people. So it's nice to come here every 6 months and do this. Hopefully, I can get Download to hook us up next year too.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
You do come over very regularly in tour.
Yeah, we're going to be back in November there. Because Download put us on, they were hoping it was going to pop the way it did, which it did, thank God. And they're going to, they decided they're going to put us on in November as well. So we'll come down, do a headline tour. I don't know what the date is, do you?
Yeah, we're starting the 26th of November until early December, so everyone can check sumocyco.com. We'll have the tour dates up shortly.
Excellent. Yeah, that'll be good, So I think the last time I saw you play was probably Milton Keynes,
Oh, that venue's
and then
great.
Crawford Arms.
Yeah.
I like that place.
And then you came to see Skindred, didn't you?
Yeah, on our own tour.
Yeah.
We took the day off, or we had the day off.
That was it, It was
Long day that day. We had our passports stolen the day before.
Yeah, this guy, he gets actually pretty claustrophobic in crowds, which you wouldn't know, but he put me on his shoulders and ran right into the crowd so that Benji could see I was there. And yeah, I was pretty proud of you.
And then he had you up and performed with him that night. It was great.
I can't help it.
He's
Anytime
really
the
good
Newport
guy.
helicopter happens, I have to be part of it.
And I think it's about 2 years now since your last album came out, Opus Law. So is there a new album planned?
Yeah, so if anyone's interested in helping us fund it, we are starting a crowdfunding campaign at sumocyco.com/album3. We're about 45% right now of our goal. And if you have, whether it's £10 for just the download or more, we have these great packages. And what's cool about this record is we're having another themed album. So the last one was themed around the train. This one's themed around the 4 gangs of Cyco City. And on our website, you can take a quiz.
One of my heroes is walking literally through. That's Neil Fallon walking.
Yes, I see. And you can take a quiz and figure out which Cyco City club you belong to. He's freaking out right now.
I am freaking out right now.
That's the thing you do get some people. And I've noticed even quite big bands, they'll see somebody else and you're like, oh my god, that's so and so.
I know. It's true. He's worshipped Clutch.
I'm not even paying attention, guys.
He has more pieces of Clutch merch than any other item of clothing in his wardrobe.
I'm surprised he's home enough to see it.
Yeah.
Because you are on tour a lot, aren't you? You're not a band that sits around doing nothing.
We're here about every 6 months, and then we also got to fit in the other territories in the world.
I got to do this. I only have one opportunity.
Go, Maddie.
Oh, no,
He's so happy. He's going to try to take a selfie. Oh my gosh. If anyone knows Neil Fallon from Clutch, he's one of the best lyricists I've ever heard, ever. And he's so nervous right now. It's so funny.
And have you got any collaborations planned on the album? Because obviously you've had Benji from Skindred.
I know, it's hard to live up to Benji, isn't it? Well, we've been able to, fortunately, tour with so many great bands that have always been up for it. So I think the challenge right now is to figure out how we can integrate all of our favorite friends who've become friends on the road and into cool collaborations. So I talk about loving being on tour with Butcher Babies, Non-Point, Devil Skin, who he came over from New Zealand with. Our new manager is Des Fafara from Coal Chamber and Devil Driver, who has one of the most killer voices ever. So, I mean, we have lots of friends who can ask. It's just about creating that right song that's going to make it work.
Yeah, I say that's the thing. You've got to have a song that it's definitely Sumo Cyco, but it would also suit a guest, rather than something that it doesn't fit the album.
Yeah, very true. And you know what? When you go on tour with some of these bands, you realize so much more than you realize about their character, how hard they've worked, like what goes behind the music, and it really gives really good respect for not only just like the music and face value, but what goes into it and the hard work. So, he just got a selfie with Neil Fallon. That's awesome.
He's a happy man.
Yeah. How did it go, Matt? Tell us.
I just told him I didn't even go. I didn't want to go there. I just said, "Man, you're a legend. I love you. I just want to steal one photo," and he was like, "No problem." I interrupted everybody because I didn't want to take my chance of losing it.
So you're actually a download all weekend, are you?
We are. We're trying to take in the experience as much as we can. As you can see, we're not just musicians. We're fans of music. So,
Heavy fans of music.
Hi, Neil. I'm freaking out too. He's all
Go get a photo with him. I'll stop. You go do it. Trust me. Here, go do it. Go do it. I'll talk.
So did you watch Clutch's set earlier, or were you still busy interviewing?
Sorry, say it again. We're big fans of this guy. I'm tripping out.
Did you manage to get to watch Clutch?
Yes. So I came in here to do press.
Yeah.
So we're doing press, and all I thought about today was I got to see Clutch play, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting out there, and the TV on, and I said, yes. So the TV was on. I saw them start to play, and I screwed all the flat press, and I just ran for the. That's why I'm so muddy. I was like, I got to see them. So I have to admit, they're a legend.
And you probably said, well, they only want to talk to her anyway.
Yeah, but I'm so good.
So who else are you looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Oh gosh, don't get us started. We're gonna turn into fan guys and girls.
Antishkari, Fever 333, Hailstorm,
Slipknot.
Skinjud, Slipknot, Tool, Slayer. Like I could keep going. I like this. There's a new act here that we checked out that we haven't seen. I don't know if we already missed the set, but there's these girls called the Lava Twins.
Nova Twins.
Twins.
They were actually
That's
playing
cool.
the same time as us, unfortunately.
Oh, they played at the same time.
Yeah.
They are cool. I liked what's going on there. So I didn't get to check it out, but I like.
There are so many cool upcoming bands too at Download Festival as well. Like you really get a good sense of like what's going to be the up and coming next thing. So if you come early to the sets, you really catch, what could be the headliners of the next
That's
year.
it, yeah, because with 4 stages, there's 100 or more bands, ranging from really small ones to really big ones.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like the fact that you get some kind of off-the-wall bands, and I've seen some that are more folk, and I've seen some that are just, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah, it's like for me, out of the list, looking at them, like Die Antwoord kind of sticks out as like a genre that's not really what you'd think of as like a rock festival, but because they have that punk kind of alternative attitude, that people can still embrace them. So we're really
And that's
stoked
the thing,
to be part
it's
of
good
that.
to have, rather than just being really narrow, it's like here's metal, as well, no.
Yeah.
Here's Skingood, who are sort of reggae, punk, rock, metal, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, they're saying that we have another interview soon.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, I think that's it. That's
Dude,
great.
thanks so much for having us.